Hi, I'm Shelly Menzer, the Youth Services Librarian, and I just have to tell you about this book that I read several months back. It also became a Newbery Honor book for this year. It is called The Wednesday Wars by Gary Schmidt. And I have to tell you, it's a laugh-out-loud, fun read about an 8th grade boy. Now, why would I think it's so terrific being an older woman, aside from the fact that I'm a youth librarian? It's been a long time since I have read a book that just makes me smile and remember my youth. And what it is, it's about this 8th grade boy who lives in a community back in the 60s, early 60s. And he is Protestant in a very Jewish and Catholic community. And every Wednesday, the Jewish kids and the Catholic kids get to go to their synagogue and church for religious instructions. But him being a Protestant, there isn't anything for him, I guess. And so he has to stay at school pretty much alone in a special study hall with a teacher that he really isn't fond of. And this teacher's real good because she knows she's got a student who really doesn't want to be there. So she decides that she is going to give him instruction in Shakespeare. And of course the kid cannot figure out why in the world would I even want to know about Shakespeare. Well, what takes place is that all the events in his life somehow have a correlation to a lot of the events that Shakespeare writes about. For instance, being a Romeo, being the fool, being the kid who gets beat up and the one who gets, in the end, the hero. He becomes the hero. And all the time, all these events are going on, I'm reminded of my own childhood and the funny things that happened because I was the only Protestant in a Jewish school, and I was in school all by myself often during the holidays. What I like about it is that all of the kids are true to form. You got your bullies, you got your jocks, you got your nerds, you got all of them, but they all have qualities that you can relate to and say, hey, these kids are okay. Also, the adults in this book are pretty true to form. They're not caricatures, but they have a great way of dealing with the issues even when they're wrong. And the most important thing that I loved about it is that the 60s is brought to life. It talks about the rebellions of the young people, of the hippie movement, of the terrible things that did take place with all of the killings of the presidents and Robert Kennedy and all of those. So it blends it all into one great read that is laugh out loud funny, with a lot of little history thrown in and a lot of wonderful aspects of Shakespeare. So no matter what age you're at, no matter if you're a boy, girl, or a woman or a man, I think you'd enjoy this read.